Hi, everybody, and welcome to today's live discussion with Kavya, Dipti, Andrews, and me, Nandini Sen. It gives me great joy to come here and do these discussions with my business colleagues. And today we're going to be talking about something very important, which is the first step that we give you when you ask us what is it that we do and that you'd also like to know more about our digital business. So the first step that we give you is yes, we have sent you a link to watch our webinar. This webinar is a comprehensive and very exclusive workshop put together by experts. And not only have they designed it in a way that will be appealing to you, but they also create the workshop so that it will be appealing to you. In this workshop, we first teach you how you can go and start your own business, where you'll have to go out into the market, find a product, find people who are experts in the field that you are going to be presenting, find real estate if that's what you want to do, and the cost perhaps that it'll come to do all that. Or you can join us at a very nominal fee. When I watched the workshop personally, a lot of it went over my head. I have to tell you that, all right? Because I couldn't understand. I said business. Firstly, I was very nervous about business. So, I came with a preconceived notion. So then when you come with preconceived notions, you're going to be nervous, you're going to not understand anything. So I did have to watch it a couple of times. And today, for me, it's a very easy thing to watch. But at that time, I did have to watch it a couple of times. And then I had my own issues, I'd like to say, because they were my own preconceived doubts and fears. So I took a little time, which I wish I hadn't taken now. And what I loved about the workshop were the testimonials at the end. These were people from all over the world of different ages, from 70 to youngsters, all talking about their experience of the business. And what I loved was each one talked about service. Each one talked about helping their village or their parents or their friends or their community. And that really drew me from my heart to the business. And I think what capped the deal for me was when I heard somebody say they're going to leave it as a legacy for their children and that they had educated their entire village. And that's when I knew that this business was for me. So that was my experience. And now I'd like to ask Kavya. Kavya, what was your experience of the webinar and what was it that finally made you join or immediately made you join?
Yeah, thank you, Nandini. Hi, everyone. My name is Kavya Nelson. I'm a software engineer by profession. I started this business in 2019. So it was completely new. I think now many people know about online businesses and everything. So it was completely new for me then. So when I came across this opportunity, I checked more about it. I registered for the free workshop and watched it. So the workshop, I think I understood it when I watched it the first time. I understood about like what goes on to start an online business. Again, in the workshop, we don't actually talk about what is our business in particular, like what is the company we're affiliating with and everything. Your task and everything will be explained in the next step. But the free workshop gave me a basic understanding of how online businesses are working in general, right? So I understood that, and I think the first 20 to 30 minutes we'll talk more about what goes on in the to start your own online business. So what are the tools you need to start your business, like for example, you'll need a website, and for the website you'll need something called a sales funnel. So how does the sales funnel work? How can people see your ad and how they go to your website and how they take the next step? Everything is explained in detail in the free workshop. So I understood that when I watched it for the first time, and I also understood that there is a one-time membership fee when if I have to proceed. And like Nandini said, now I could have either proceeded with the $149, or I could have gone into the market, checked for the products or company, I should have gone out and looked for different companies. So it will take more time for me to start a business, right? And especially I'm coming from a background where I don't know anything about online businesses. So this is the first time that I'm looking at something like this. So I thought, okay, there are people who are doing this for so many years now and they are good at it. And there are people, again, like Nandini said, there were testimonies that I listened to at the end of the workshop. So there were people who are already doing this business, people from different backgrounds. Like it was not just software engineers doing this, right? So there were people who didn't know anything about, didn't have the technical knowledge, but were also doing this business very well. And they shared their experience and results in the business. So that made me a little confident. And the other thing is, I just didn't go and register just by watching one workshop. I watched about 2 to 3 workshops, I can say. So I took about 1.5 2 weeks after watching the workshop to sign up. But I did sign up. So I know people take like maybe 1 year also sometimes to sign up. It's up to them to explore. But I explored more like when I watched the workshop. At the end, they give us the testimony, right? So people who talk about the business, who are doing this business. So since I watched 2 or 3 workshops, I went and checked about them online. So I went and typed their name on Facebook and checked if they are real people, how they are doing it. Like if this person is just in the workshop or are they also in the social media, right? So I checked all those, and then I thought like $149 is a small risk that I can take because I wanted to know more about the business. So yeah, that's when I signed up with $149, and here we are 6 years after and doing great with the business. So I think yeah, that was my experience with the workshop. But yeah, I took about 1 2 weeks. Not very skeptical, I could say. I thought like yeah, let's give it a try because I don't know what made me do that. Maybe I wanted really a change, and when I saw the results, I thought I can give it a try. So yeah, that was my experience, Nandini.
Thank you so much, Kavya. Yes, so as Kavya said, the workshop doesn't tell you much about our particular business. To know exactly about what we do in our business, that's the second step. That's where you pay $149. That's when you'll be told what our products are, what are the company that we affiliate with, what exactly you will be doing in as the owner of your digital business. And you'll also be connected to our Facebook group where you can see what people are doing and how they have scaled up their business and live a wonderful life today. So that's the second step. So, yeah, Kavya, you were smart. You joined immediately. I wasn't so smart. I should have done that. So, yes, so Andy, will you let us know what you thought when you watched the webinar? And how what was it that made you join?
Sure. Thanks, Nandini. Hi, I'm Andrews. I'm a civil engineer by profession. I live in Melbourne with my family here. So everyone's reason of starting their businesses will be different. Okay, there is their own choice. So for me, the business I already had an idea. Business means it comes with an investment. So I was already prepared for that. And then when I was going through like Kavya's post and all that, then I signed up and I watched the webinar. And what I really got connected is, as Nandini mentioned, the testimonies, because the starting part, because I do the projects, so I know any project you run, there is an investment, you have to pay for it, you have to build, so there is a lot of resources you need to put in. So for that there is money, definitely. So the investment part, I was okay with it, and just gain the knowledge how this online business also takes and how much investment it would be. So I understood that. And the next part where I connected is the testimonies, right? So there were people, they were giving their realistic achievements what in their lives. So basically now you might be following on Instagrams where people uh, they may be driving like Mercedes, Lamborghinis, and probably go in helicopters. They do all that and they show up like with the trading they have achieved all this. And then by doing the online betting apps, so just invest on big bet, small bet. So these days like betting apps are promoting a lot, which is ruining a lot of people's lives. So and when you like sign up, they tell you that okay, this is what we're gonna provide you, but you won't have like like a direct contact number to get in touch with them, or you can't find them on social media or anywhere, like they don't respond. So all you have to do is maybe send an email, that's it. So there is no customer support or anything. But here, when people started giving their testimonies, it was like realistic. When someone has started like for financial freedom, like paying extra bills, or to make money to pay off their mortgages. So, and then some wanted to travel more, and then some has some, like physical disability that happened with unexpected events in their life. So they can't do like physical works, so they have to look for something like work from home. So those people have started this business, and literally that changed their lives. And that's where I got connected. And even when my downlines, like someone who has approached me already. So like the Sam, like when I went to US for his wedding, he said when he was watching the webinar, and after finishing, he called me, and he asked, like, Andrews, so when you give your testimony, do you also cry? I said, like, maybe when I give that, maybe I don't know, because you will understand, like why. Like, it's not like you have to cry, because it comes out of your emotions, because what you achieved. It also relates like how much efforts you have put in there for your business, and then what you achieved. It's not easy. So all you do is with a purpose. So everyone started with a purpose of their own. So when they achieve it, that you get so much connected emotionally. So that's how this business builds, with the emotion and with the faith and trust. And then to believe this platform, it's not like someone has come randomly. Okay, maybe I would have come randomly, but you can always connect with me personally as well, because I'm always available on Facebook. I give in my phone number on my Facebook. And you can also find my real family members, and then my real friends, where I always hang out, talk to them, and I also check in, like where I live in, where I go, where I travel. So it's all open book, like, for me. So you don't have to worry about like why to trust this platform or in the webinar. So but what I recommend is, like, watch the webinar, so that you get connected why people have started, so you will know your purpose, why you need to start, and why you need to believe the system, and why you need to watch this webinar. And the other thing is, like, a lot of people, even me, for example, like where they just start something without doing any research. So that's when 90% of businesses, or 90% of things they start, it will fail, because they don't do the research properly. So that's the reason this webinar is designed for, just to give an overview, and then to take the step. And once you believe our system, once you believe, have a trust in us, then you can take the next step by paying 149, where we will be discussing personally, and then based on your circumstances, we'll go ahead. And the other thing, to wanna close with this webinar thing, was it really helps you understand why you need to start, first thing, and then why there is an investment, and then how where this journey would take you. So you will have a clear roadmap once you start, how long it's going to take, and then what you need to do. So how people have achieved, so is it realistic for me to achieve that goals like someone has achieved already. So that you will realize, and then from there you can take that first step. So now, for the people, like, they'll have like two choices. So one thing is, keep searching for answers. So if you need those answers, you can always visit our Facebook profiles and look for it. So we have addressed, like, in our live sessions like this, we have done like many live sessions, so you'll find those answers there. If not, you can reach out to us. Or the other option is, stay where you are, like, you'll just stop by not watching or not taking any actions. So that's why, like, it's so watching webinar is to get the right knowledge and take the first step towards your financial freedom. So again, the choice is yours, so you decide what you want. So that's why we recommend you to watch the webinar and then take the action. So don't believe blindly. Do your own research and then watch the webinar and take action there.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Andrews. Yes. So, what Andrews made a very important point that we're real people. You can come and check out our pages. We talk about our families. We talk about what we like to eat. We tell you where we visit. We tell you about our holidays. We tell you, like our everyday stuff is very, very clear. And yes, as Kavya said, she went and she checked those people to see if they were real, if they were there out on Facebook. And yes, they were real. And that's it. I saw their videos and, I saw the fact that they were actually doing what they said that they were doing. It's not just some fake person just on the webinar. These were real people. And I could see from their pages that, yes, there was a mortgage. And yes, now it's paid off. And yes, this woman has made a house for her family and she's educated her youth in her village. It's all there transparent on their pages, and that's very important for us to know that we're dealing with real people. And as Andrew said, his number is there. If he travels to America, you can see that, oh, okay, he's traveling, oh, he's on a speedboat. You can actually see it, and it's
Yeah.
wonderful to that's the wonderful thing about our business. It's international, it's global, and you can go and check us out, and you'll see that we're real. That you can put like we actually put our money where our mouths are. We're not just talking; we're actually there doing stuff. And another thing, what Andrew said also, which really touched my heart, is that when we give our testimonials, we may cry as well because this business is so sweet and fun filled and joyful, and you feel so much gratitude for this blessing of this business. So, yeah, we're real and come and check us out. So, Dipti, would you let us know what you liked about the webinar and what is it that made you join?
Yeah. Hello, everyone. My name is Dipti. I live in Calgary, Canada. So, as we all know, the webinar is the first step, and it's very important step to start this business. I'll tell you my side. When I found this business, I registered with my name and email, and I started getting emails. And I got my first email, and it said, "Here is the webinar link." I had the impression that the webinar would be around 15 to 20 minutes, but it was long. It was so long. It was 90 minutes long, and I skipped it. I told myself, okay, I watch it later because I don't want to spend 1.5 hour to watching it. Um, then I thought, okay, let's just check and see what's it's inside. And then I started watching it. I did not finish in on a single site. I took 3 days to finish it, and that's what my turning point. I realized why it's so important and why everyone insists to watching it, because in the webinar they explain everything. They explain whole business model. It's step by step. So
Yes,
after I fully watched it, and when I came to realize how much potential I have in this business, and the best part is, we have multiple streams to earn. And in the webinar, I saw so many people from different cities, from different countries, different backgrounds. They are doing this business. They are doing this business successfully, and so the webinar is the foundation of this business. It provides clear step by step introduction on how it works. So a webinar is not only the learning or educational. It's also about decision making tools. People. So then it helps to people see how this business like how this business align with their goals, lifestyle, and values. Instead of jumping something blind, instead of jumping into something blind, uh, they get a full picture of the system, support, and the potential before making any commitments. And it's completely free. You don't have to pay anything. You just have to go and register in our websites, and we are sending you all the details. So my webinar is must watch, so then you will get an idea and you will go forward. That's all I have to say.
That's so good, Dipti. Thank you so much. She made some really good points, and it's really right. When you watch this comprehensive program, take your time, as Dipti said. Don't be in a hurry. Take your time. She took 3 days to watch it, and I think that was very, very sensible because she watched it carefully and slowly. She understood the value of it. She understood the potential of it. She watched those testimonials slowly. She understood how you can scale your business and change your life. So, really well said. Thank you so much, Dipti. Does anyone have anything to add to it? Kavya, Dipti, Andrews? Yes.
Yes, I want to. So as like Deepthi also mentioned, it's she thought like it was like only 20-30 minutes, but it was actually 90 minutes long. Yes, it is 90 minutes long. But when I watched, for that 90 minutes was even it was less for me. I'll tell you why. Because I started with a purpose, right? Like I didn't see about investment because I was already prepared for it. So 90 minutes, if I consider like you watch a movie, so the shortest movie you would probably it will be like 120 minutes or something, or and consider watching the web series, it will take then hours and hours. Okay, but you spend the whole night to finish the whole web series, and for a movie you go out, you watch like 2.5 hours, 3 hours, you got time for it. But
Yeah.
when it comes to transform your own life, you have to question yourself, guys. Like 90 minutes spending on yourself, and someone is giving that education for free. So that's literally you have to feel really glad that you have already signed up and you took that step. So you should feel good about it. Don't think like once you sign up you get your like $100 or $1,000 you earn. So it's not that. So you have to learn. So watching webinar, just watch completely, then you will understand the real purpose of why you need to start in your life and why others have started, and why it is important in this current situation to have a side hustle or a passive income, or to have your own business. So you'll understand that. So 90 minutes for some people, yes, it's too long, but yeah, question yourself, is it long to transform your life or not? Question yourself. That's what I want to say.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Can I say something?
Yes.
You know, the like the webinar is not only the English language. Now our team is making a different language because our team is global. So many like different people, the different countries from there they're doing this business, right? So we have a like different languages for that webinar. So it's so easy. Like if you not English don't know the English, it's okay. We have a multi languages from the webinar, so it's so convenient from all of us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I
Kavya?
think yes, yeah, like Andrew said now, right? So if people are willing to watch a series by sacrificing their sleep, why can't they watch this, right? So that is why another thing is like that is why we have this first is the free workshop, and then we have a sign up, right? So I think that is actually a filter we have, right? So if people are prioritizing a series over their life, then this is not for them. They're not actually looking for something. They're just curious about like what is this, that's all, and they might not watch it. Right now Deepthi also thought it is for 1.5 hours, and she thought maybe I'll watch it later. But then she realized that okay, I have to watch it because she has to do something about it, right? So then she took time and watched it. So if you are like that, you will come across this, like you will watch this completely and then you will take action, you will explore more about it. So like Andrew said, again, we have these live chats every day now. We are posting on our pages every day. So these will be for 20 minutes to 30 minutes to 40 minutes. So if you're not willing to watch it, you're not actually willing to explore more about it, right? So if
Yeah.
you really want the answers, you will go watch it, you will take this next steps, right? And we are here to help you with the answers that you want. So if you have questions, you will have to connect with us and ask that. So if you have to take that step, we are not here to like go to each and every person and say, okay, you registered for my on my website, do you want to know something, do you have questions? We'll not come and ask you, because it's not our job to do that, right? So it's your job to explore. So if you're really looking for something, if you're really, that is why we say that the reason why you're looking for something, right? So if that is really strong, then you will prioritize this over the series, right? You will prioritize watching the workshop over anything else, right? Where you're spending just scrolling through the social media, you might not even realize how much time you're spending. Sometimes if you sit and like if you start watching the reels, you don't know that it is already 1.5 hours and you've watched just the reels, right?
Yes.
So if you are
Yes.
prioritizing that, then you're not looking for an opportunity. So think of what you really want, right? And if
And
you
one
really
more thing I
want,
remember, Kavya, sorry, you're saying that, someone who doesn't have 90 minutes time to watch a webinar to transform their lives, they will not have time to do the business.
for
Because if
sure.
they can't spend 90 minutes for themselves, how can they spend every day 1 hour or 2 hours, or in a week, like maybe 8 hours? How
Yeah,
would they even spend when they don't have 90 minutes in their life?
yeah,
So it's not for them, as you said. And I applied that actually in my business. Like even my friends, sometimes they say like it's too long, Andrews. Like I don't want to watch. No, you watch and get back to me. That's it. So I
Yeah.
yeah,
I stick to it, and it worked for me.
yeah, yeah.
Absolutely, very well said. We have to see what our priority is. What is your priority? To watch Friends on Netflix or to change your life? That you have to decide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Because you,
I think many people wouldn't have come into that situation in their life. Like I always say on my page also. So people are just curious. They know that they need a side hustle. They know that there should be a backup income stream. They know that their job is at risk, but still they don't take action because they've not got that push yet. Something happens which is serious. They have to, okay, now maybe they are sure that they'll lose a job in their job in next 3 months. Then they'll start looking, right? So then they are serious. So that's not how it's done, but I think that is how people do it, right? So people are looking at the opportunity now, but they're not serious about it only when some health issues now, like Andrew said, when there's some health issues, they think that, okay, my shoulders has started aching, so I don't think I can continue working for long, so let me look for something, and that's when they are serious about it. So these are the serious kind of people who will actually take action. But if you're not serious about it, you will not take action, right? So prioritize it. So when you are in the, like, when you have a comfortable life now, that's when you'll have to look for something, not when you are under pressure, right? So if you're looking at it and if you think that, okay, I don't need anything now, that is when you are actually, you should be looking for something, because you're okay with your life now, and start having a backup plan so that you can actually be calm even if something happens in future. You don't know what your future holds for you. So look for something, take this opportunity seriously. Don't be just curious and what do you say, lose the opportunity with ignorance, right? So explore more is what I would say. Yeah.
absolutely. I want to tell you something right here and right now. I had a friend who was in a brilliant job. I won't even tell you what job it is because I don't want you guessing. In a brilliant job, ran the full department brilliantly. They were all confident, they were all earning well, they were all getting bonuses for the kind of work they were doing, flying high. One fine day at 12 noon, they received a letter from HR and they all had to pack their stuff in their carton and leave the office by 6 that day. And that was the end of their jobs. The whole department of 20 people.
Oh,
Today, the job market is very unstable. Don't sit back and think, wow, 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 I'm doing very well in my job. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow when when you walk into your workplace. Whereas here, we are the boss of our own business. Whatever money we earn, we get the profit, not the guy up there. I work 5 hours a week, I'll get the profit of 5 hours a week. In a job, you work 10 hours a day, guess who gets the profit? So you have to decide whether you want to spend the rest of your life making profit for someone else, or you and being unsure whether your job is going to even last for you, or you want to work for yourself, making profit for yourself. That's your choice.
Yeah.
So anyone else would like to add
Yeah.
anything more?
Can I share one incident? Yeah,
Yes.
I'll give you the one example. When we watched the TV, right? We saw the ad, and like the ad is like a nice dress. You know, the nice clothing shop. Okay, what we are doing, we like it. If we like that ad, we like the dress, we find the stores, we like, write down the store names, the address, where it is. We'll go over there and we'll check it, right? This is exactly our business, that this is our like the webinar is exactly same. You can come and see what we are doing, what we are giving you, right? So that's similar to that. Like, you go and check, na? So just go and explore here, see the people, see the community, see the real results, so you will get the better idea. Yeah.
Very well said, Dipti. Excellent. So, on that note, I'd like to ask each and every one of you, what are your priorities? Once you decide, take your life seriously because you are worth it, and then go forward. So, thank you, everybody, for this wonderful session today, and see you again tomorrow for some more. Bye, everybody.
Bye bye.
Bye.